Hello again. I am Ismat Safar. Uh, Ismat, this is my name here, Ismat Safar. And this is my email. If you want to email me for any question, uh, ismat at zoomintomath.com. And this is my website, zoomintomath.com. Okay. Now, we had four questions so far. We went through um, Prince principles of American democracy. What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution, right? What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution. Okay, what does the Constitution do? Sets up the government or defines the government? Defines the government or protects basic rights of Americans. So any of these questions will be a good answer. Okay, so sets up the government, defines the government, protects basic rights of Americans. Now, the third question is the idea of self-government is in the first three words of the Constitution. What are these words? Remember, it's just the first three words in the Constitution. What are these words? It is we the people. What is the idea? What is the idea of self-government? It is we the people. We the people. Okay, which means we the people govern or rule the country, right? And that is the basic uh, rule of democracy. Okay, now what is an amendment? Amendment is a change. If you look it up in the dictionary, it's change. Amendment is a change. What's that mean? Okay, amendment is like, they have the constitution, and then after a while, they decided to change a few things or add a few things to the constitution, which is okay. They update it, they change it, they upgrade it, they fix things, okay, to make it better. Okay, so that's what is an amendment. So what is an amendment? It's a change, it's an addition. Now the question for this video, okay, pay attention very very much with me for this question. This is a very, very, very important question. I think taught many students, and they did tell me this question. Most of them had this question in the interview, in the immigration interview. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights. Okay. Okay, like we said, they changed the Constitution, they made the addition to the Constitution, and first 10 changes in the Constitution, okay, they are called first 10 amendments, Bill of Rights, okay? Bill of Rights, okay? Bill of Rights is the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of participation in assembly, petition to the government, freedom of press, bunch of them, which is the most important and critical concept in American democracy or the American Constitution. Okay, so what do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? Bill of Rights. Now, what is the Bill of Rights? What is one right of from the First Amendment? Okay, it is freedom of speech. Okay, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, freedom to petition to the government. Okay, okay, again, let's do it again. Okay, what do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? What is amendment? Remember, is changes. Okay, so they added to that Constitution something called Bill of Rights. Okay, it's a document inside the Constitution. Okay, and it says, everybody has the right for freedom of speech. Like you say, you can say anything you want. Freedom of religion, you have the right to practice your religion as a Muslim, as a Buddhist, as a Christian, as a Jew, as a Hindu, or as a, nothing else. Okay? So you have that freedom. And freedom of assembly. Assembly is, to go out to protest, peacefully. Remember, no violence. It's against the law to do any violence. Okay, you can protest peacefully against, like, the government, against some corrupt company, some corrupt official. Okay, freedom assembly. Assembly is to protest in the streets or in certain areas. Okay, and then you have the freedom of press. Press is, a newspaper, to write anything you want in a newspaper, in magazine, online, on TV. Okay, but remember, don't say anything that will promote violence. Okay, that's against the law. Okay, no violence, no, like, killing or shooting or calling someone, to call someone to uh, or to say something that will get somebody to shoot or stab, God forbids anybody. Anyway, so that's freedom of press, as long as it is within the law, okay, and order. Okay, now, and the freedom to petition to the government, freedom to petition to the government, which means you can have the right to write, a complaint, a compliment, or a suggestion to officials in the government, like in your city, or in your state, or into the federal government in Washington D.C. You have the right to write a paper and send it to them. That is petition to the government. So, what are the Bill of Rights? Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. What is one right or freedom from the Bill of Rights, from the First Amendment? Okay, it is the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, and freedom to petition to the government. Okay, so these are rights in the Bill of Rights. Okay, I will see you. Thank you so much. I will see you next video. I appreciate your staying with me. Come back next video. We will